Hello again. So this is part two of my introduction video. As I was saying earlier, I was talking about Salvador Dali. Um, I was saying that I like him because I want to correct myself. He has a subjective imagination. That's what I meant. But he has the skill to put it down so you can view it objectively. Is that correct? That's what I meant. So yeah, so he has this subjective imagination, but he has the skill to present it to you, so that you can actually see what he's saying, or see what he's trying to express with inside of him. Because a lot of artists that are modern, this is my opinion anyhow. You know, nobody knows what's going on inside you. You know, completely. I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. But if you have some skill, then you can put it down on paper or whatever, and paint, and you have the skill to spark somebody else's imagination, and that's what Dali, you know, does for me. He has that balance that I like. Because I appreciate artists that are so good that they can convince you that their paintings are a photograph. I love that. That's a skill. I'm it's intimidating. How and then I'd like to improve myself so that I could paint that good if possible. Um, you know Artists that can sketch real quickly as well. I mean, that's incredible. They can just see a person moving, and I think it's artists in courts and stuff like that. That's incredible. But it's having the imagination as well to make your art something otherworldly. I think is important. Um, it's to like bend this reality, distort it. Rules The rules of this world don't apply to your imagination, therefore it shouldn't apply to your art, what you produce on a canvas. Anyway, um, as I was saying, I started off with the watercolours, and I started off with a lot of the Frank Frazetta stuff. So I'm just going to show you briefly. I know the camera is poor, but just as part of the introduction of me and my art channel, I'll show you the watercolour stuff, and then what I'll probably do is I'll make separate videos, if like I said before, if I did, showing the early watercolour stuff, the Frank Frazetta stuff, and then my own designs with the watercolours, and then later on moving on to the canvases. And I could even do a spray paint kind of section as well, perhaps, with the videos. Right. So anyway, I'll show you the first big one I did. This was Frank Frazetta copy. Is a Frank Frazetta copy in watercolour, and this was probably 2016. Yeah, this was like 10 years ago. I know the camera's not very good; it doesn't show it very well, but I quite like that one. And then these two others here were Frank Frazetta as well, all in watercolour. But it's really, these, looking back, this would suit acrylics more, because it's so dark, But watercolours are very flexible. I learnt that you can have darkness and depth with them if you want. And that's another one there. Again, Frank Frazetta copy. The other one I think was called the Death Dealer or something like that. It's a guy, dude with an axe, if you could see. And then later on, this is roughly in the same time period. This is my own. I don't know if you're familiar with the Morrigan goddess. She's an Irish goddess in mythology and legend. She's like a shape-shifting goddess. She can appear as a woman or often a crow, sometimes like an old hag or something, or maybe even a beautiful woman. I think she was foreteller of war, potentially. Maybe a bad omen, but also maybe for protection as well in war and things like that in the past. but I made this, I guess, to honour her. And this one suits the circle canvas. Well, I like the design of the trees and everything, and her wings behind her, the crow behind her, the form of various forms of her. And so I did much later on. This is pretty recently a circle canvas of same design as well. So I'd like to do more in circle canvas design with that one. And here's another Morrigan one. You can see there the raven and then her squatting down. And the trees. Again, this would suit a circle style canvas, I think, with the round hill in the background. And I could kind of do the trees bending as well. I think I'll try that one. This is an octopus one, watercolour. You saw this on the second video I made. I like this one. I'm doing several. I've got several on the go. Do you remember, if you saw it, the first video I did was with me painting an octopus creature. Again, inspired by this, and I do like it. It's like a Lovecraftian type kind of entity, you know, octopus type god, giving birth to a pregnant woman, I think, and she could be seen as some kind of octopus hybrid, and then she's pregnant, she can give birth to some, I don't know, new human being or something like that. I don't know, sparks my imagination, hope it sparks yours. Then with the spray paints, so what I did was started with the spray paint and then let it set and then laid on some acrylics over it. And with the spray paints is a bit different. It's more spontaneous, because with the other stuff I'll often draw a very rough sketch and then I draw a more detailed sketch and then I'll go for it. I often draw on the canvas like I did on the with these ones. I draw on the watercolour paper and then afterwards I'd paint over it. But with the acrylics, you just have to go for it, and you see stuff that's not there. And sometimes I start with an idea and then I go, "What the hell am I doing?" And then I just change it. But this is a bad example for the camera. But this one was made with bike spray paints and then a little bit of acrylics over it. You see things that aren't there later when you look, and you go, "I'm going to change that. Maybe that can be like an old building or something, with some creature kind of coming out of it." But yeah, this was a little canvas that I did with a spray paint, and then later on, around about the same time, this one as well, again with bike spray paints and then some acrylics laid over. Styles of art, I mean, again, I said I love my fantasy stuff, but I would say this could veer into objective kind of art, because I have my idea of what I believe it is. I'm going to do another version of it as well, but you could make of it what you want. But no, I quite like that. This one, again, the spray paints first and then laid over with acrylic, just adding more colours and stuff, but it was like blue and black and white spray paint for the snow effect, and then I laid on more acrylic for the snow and added in a little glow with the yellow and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's that one. This one is a weird effect. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but again, kind of very don't know what you want to call it. I have an idea of what it is. Very abstract. I don't know. Subjective. But again, I'll probably make another video of shorts where you can see these in better quality. But again, that's the bicycle spray paint laid over with the acrylic. Was there another one? No, I believe that was it. Yeah, so that's basically the introduction over. Where I want to go from here is would like to have my own website I'd like to take some decent shots, some photos of my canvases, and then digitalize them and have them on a print-on-demand website. That would be very interesting. I'm quite excited about that. Other things are I'd like to get to know more artists and places where they hold open exhibitions, so that I can also get my art out that way and meet people. That sounds good. As I say, I'm not putting any limits on myself, but for the moment I just like to produce art, and there's an art to showing your art, and that's why I like this. I love the making the short videos and clips with inspirational music. You know, that's an art to itself that I enjoy, as well as just talking about myself and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a Facebook account for my art as well, which is Robert Hammond Creative Arts. If you haven't, you can see me on there. You can look me up. I'm also on Instagram under Robert Hammond Arts. You can find me there. I am a bit on ArtStation as well, but not much. That's quite a nice platform. There's a lot of AI stuff there, but so I am on there a little bit, but I'm going to try and expand myself from there. And I look forward to talking to you in the future if you want to leave a message. Yeah, I'm open to discussions, and I will continue to make videos. So my Facebook and my Instagram, yeah, there's loads of photos of what I do on there. This will be like more videos, obviously. Perhaps as I get more confident, I can paint as I talk, and I can talk you through it. That would be pretty cool. I'm just getting used to filming myself while I paint. I'm a bit more confident now. I can do that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you watched it through to the end, thank you. And if you want to, yeah, please subscribe and press the like button. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.